Here's the future and the present. Kawhi Leonard. Long rebound.
They got a lot of nicknames, don't they? I just call them good. They're the San Antonio Spurs.
What do I call them?
Everything. All good, though.
Okay.
Future, the present.
Well, you know, Kawhi Leonard is the future of this team.
And Duncan is the past?
Oh, no, boy. He's right now. There's Ariza going up and missing.
Now, what the Rockets got to do, guys, is they got to space this court and give James and Dwight some room to operate.
Josh Smith, they're going to give him a lot of room. Boy, what a great catch by Dwight. I thought that was headed for the second row of the stands.
You know, he got up really high, really quickly.
Just barely able to catch it. He couldn't do anything with it afterwards. With Green, well, they paced him all year. Whenever he's felt like he needed to sit down, they've set him down. They haven't played him a lot of minutes.
25 minutes a game average.
Yeah. That was, Beverly thought that was a foul. And it was just a good defensive play as Kawhi Leonard will back it down. He'll get the pass again. Working on Harden. Harden playing him tough. Boy, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you're going to have to double that. He's too big for James on the low post. He's got a great post-up game as well.
Yeah, he really does. The stats bear that out. He's one of the top 10 post-up players in the NBA.
He's got those big hands, and he's real strong. He's all over Tony Parker, making it hard on him.
Now the Rockets are playing good defense, but 0 for 6 from the field.
Well, they're playing against the best defensive team in the league, in the Spurs, so the Rockets have really got to be efficient and sharp on the offensive end.
Harden turns the corner, gives it back to Josh Smith, and it was right on the rim, tipped away, and San Antonio's got it. LaMarcus Aldridge backs his 9-point lead. And they switch as Aldridge comes out on Harden. Harden steps back and fires and misses, and only Howard is underneath. And they're doing a good job of trapping him. Kawhi Leonard down to LaMarcus Aldridge. At Denver. So they thought next year, of course, he will be a free agent, restricted. And I think now that they look on it, since the Rockets weren't able to really make a deal, that having Demo back's not all bad.
I just hope he stays healthy, guys.
Yeah.
That's the #1 concern.
Oh, boy.
2 guys on him. He pump fakes and goes right between them.
Right between the double team.
You gotta defend night in and night out.
Kawhi Leonard was an all-star for San Antonio. Backdoor play to Harden. Harden goes high for the jump shot. And the rebound goes to Kyle Anderson, who's in the game now. He's a 2-year guy out of UCLA, and he's provided some good off-the-bench play. Well, Rockets have got to do something.
Kawhi Leonard operates on that low block. You better pay attention.
Leonard's coming off a big game in Salt Lake City a couple of nights ago. The backcourt will get in the game early. 2:50 left to play. Both teams going to the bench now. Parker will be coming out in a minute. Anderson. San Antonio's deep. David West in the game also. They're going to the hot hand, and it's been Kawhi Leonard. There's another one. He's too good right now.
Well, he operates in that mid-range area, and what you got to do is run somebody at him to get the ball out of his hands. He's good at dribbling. He doesn't pick up his dribble ever, but he can get to the paint whenever he wants.
It's an 8-2 run, and Leonard's got 6 of them. Boris Diaw will check in now for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Parker comes out of the game. And Patty Mills checks in for him. Boy, this San Antonio team, of course, they've won 49 of 58 games. And that bench.
And you know what? No one's really talking about them.
And Manu Ginobili has been out. Yeah.
They're talking about the Warriors, who are really good, but the Spurs are right there with them.
Exactly. Josh Smith gets it up ahead to Harden. Harden puts it in another gear, and look at Danny Green pick his pocket.
The Spurs got a lot of good defenders on the floor at all times.
It shouldn't be surprising either. The Spurs are the best defensive team in the first and second quarters, and they're the best offensive team in the third and fourth quarters.
How about that? And Harden on the drive, and the referee at the baseline does not have the call. And now a charge is called.
Danny Green, how outstanding is this defense? One-on-one with the Beard, who's virtually unstoppable. He gets in front of him, and he draws the foul, even though I thought he was still moving.
He was definitely moving.
Yeah.
But that's a close call right there. That's a 50-50 call, really difficult to make. The only thing I think that would make that call easier to make is if you took away taking a charge in the lane, or at least the bottom half of the lane, make that call easier for the refs.
So the Rockets will have Harden, Smith, Beverly, Howard in the game along with Ariza. Both teams with their starters back in the game. Harden, just everywhere he goes, look at the black jerseys.
Yeah, they're not going to let James Harden beat him. He only averages about 19 points a game against the Spurs this season.
And the way to get James going offensively is everyone else has got to get going offensively. Well, you got to start making some threes. You got to take the pressure off of James.
Because he's the focal point, but the other guys have got to space the court, move the ball, and play at a high level against good teams.
Here's Kawhi.
Move the ball and play at a high level against good teams.
Here's Kawhi Leonard now on Harden. So they just take their turns with Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard trying to bump him, be physical. Josh Smith takes it up, missed it. Dwight had it, goes right between his legs. Look at the hustle by both teams, and Dwight ties him up. And he had the jump ball before the timeout. They called a timeout after Dwight tied him up. 22nd timeout taken by San Antonio.
Well, this ball is on the ground, and Pat, you know he's going to be down there as well. But Dwight reaches in, and he's trying to call. Kawhi's trying to call timeout, and Dwight's got the ball.
Yeah, got both hands on the ball.
A little too late to be calling a timeout after Dwight's got it, or got a hand on it.
Right there, it's a tie ball right there.
And that's why the Rockets were so upset. They thought that was a jump ball, and even JB couldn't believe the call.
Well, you just got to keep hustling and hope you get the calls later on. San Antonio averages 105 points a game, and that's right behind Houston's 105. And San Antonio gives up only 92, so that's a 13-point differential. And
they're good.
Need I say any more about why San Antonio and Golden State
are the toast of the league so
really
far?
Are. You know, you look at Golden State with 4 losses and you think, my goodness, they're going to break that record by the Bulls. And then you look at San Antonio, it's only got 9 losses. So
both teams are having historic seasons.
Parker with a layup.
That's too easy.
Yep. 63% shooting by the Spurs. It's wide open for LaMarcus Aldridge, and he missed.
You see him hesitate before he shot that, though? The Spurs are trying to get him to get in the paint more than those mid-range shots.
So Harden is called, and it's a shooting foul, but I don't know if he was passing off or not. San Antonio's arguing a little bit.
First free throws of the game for James Harden, and he's gone to the rack quite a few times.
There's the reach. Got him on the arm. Good call. Look at how strong James is to get through all that traffic.
That's a good call.
He had to call that one, but there were a couple of others I thought he got fouled on where he did not get the call.
Kawhi Leonard taking it inside the defense. Good pickup by Houston. Now Josh is stuck on Parker. Parker tries to work the crossover on Dwight. Sets up Anderson. Another pass to Kawhi Leonard at the buzzer. He hits a three-pointer.
pretty good, guys.
And Harden is pretty good, too.
What Bart was talking about in the background, Mo Taylor is on the phones, manning the phones for the Rockets. So if you want to talk to Maurice Taylor, former Rocket, call in and order your package.
Yeah, that's great. Josh giving it right back to Dwight now. Aldridge, hands all over him. Missed shot. Tipped up, and San Antonio's got it. Parker brings it up in a hurry. They always look for that early shot in the offense. In basketball, besides one other one. Of course, that other one puts the ball in the hands of Steph Curry. And that's a half-court offense in itself.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Josh,
what he is.
Josh misses on the hook shot. Yeah.
You said Steph Curry in the half-court offense. He's extending that to past half-court now.
That's traveling on LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, you had the statistic the other night from 50 feet where?
From 28 feet to 50 feet, Steph Curry is 35 for 52. That's 67%.
He's that good.
That's
but if you
incredible.
know he's going to do that, Oscar Robertson had a good point the other day. NBA great legend. He said you got to extend your defense out to guard him that far. That's how good he is.
And the problem is when you extend your defense out that far, then the rest of his team has so much space.
Portland, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do it by himself now. He's got a lot of help.
And he's just one spoke in the wheel for the Spurs.
Jason Terry with a miss. That was a contested three-pointer. Leonard's is not. 4 for 9 behind the three-point line for the Spurs. Demo.
The first half.
That's extremely elite company.
I guess. And they played a long time, too. Longevity.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And they were injury-free. They were healthy and able to contribute and produce.
Well, another three for Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with 18 points. Aldridge with the rebound. James Harden now 5 of 15 from the field. 1 for 7 for Smith. 1 for 7 for Howard. 2 for 6 for Ariza. That defense by San Antonio has completely shut the Rockets down, and they're hitting three-pointers. That's the 7th three-pointer of the game for San Antonio. They just keep pushing that lead, 62-33. Trevor Ariza with a great catch and dunk. He's moved up to number 6 in steals in the league in the last 8 games. There's Terry with a basket, and the Rockets trying to get up there. They were down by 31 points a moment ago. Rockets have never led in this game. Finally, Rockets are able to dig it out. And backcourt is called on San Antonio. Not too much going to ruffle that guy right there. He's seen it all. You know, funny thing is, you take a look at Popovich. He got a question when they named him the Olympic coach. His first question was, well, are you going to feel uncomfortable coaching American players? Because
a team full of Americans, huh?
Yeah, he's so used to San Antonio's got all those foreign players. In fact, there's an assistant coach, Torre Messina.
Beautiful move by Dwight.
Messina.
Beautiful move by Dwight. I'd like to see more of that. Getting a shot in his rhythm. Being overpowering on the low post.
Rockets on a 6-0 run now. There's a block by Harden. Jason Terry pushes it up in a hurry. Gets to the basket for two. And now the Rockets.
No doubt.
Well, we've seen Diaw in those championships. Spurs have won 5 of them, and he's played a major role. When it comes to playoff time, there's a steal by Kawhi Leonard with those long arms like a big old octopus reaching out there. And he missed the layup. Pat Beverly has it. He's fouled on the play.
Well, that was good defense there by Demo to get back on transition and go straight up and down and force that miss.
Rockets have 15 for Harden and 8 for Ariza. 20-point game now. The Rockets trying to get a little closer. Kawhi Leonard missed. Harden with a rebound. Can go 2 for 1 with a quick shot. Beverly. The Rockets were able to rest him a little bit in mid-season, so now they're going to lean on him a little bit down the stretch. I hope he's got enough gas in the tank. He's only 38 years old, which is not bad if you're doing this for a living. Kawhi Leonard called for the foul. That's his second foul of the game as Harden got a step on him. So James will be shooting 2. These will be the free throws only number 3 and 4 for James Harden, who averages about 10 a game. The Rockets have the most attempt. Here we go as Harden takes it in the lane, gets a little fall back, won't go down. Got to keep playing defense. Just keep getting those stops, one at a time, and a foul on Corey Brewer. So that's 3 quick team fouls on the Rockets in the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter. So you're in danger now of putting the number 1 or number 2 free throw shooting team in the league on the line early in this fourth quarter.
But I like their aggressiveness. They have to do that. I like the way they're picking up the pace, and their defense is really solid right now.
Kawhi Leonard isolated. Harden forces him into an uncomfortable shot. Boy, Harden is really playing on that defensive end. He hasn't given up at all. Pat Beverly, great dribble. And here come the Rockets. They've been getting it. Patty Mills with a jumper off a pick by Duncan. The Spurs has such a huge lead that if they can just score occasionally. And a bad pass.
That's what you can't afford to do at this stage of the game.
Anderson puts it up. 2 and 1 as he's fouled by Terry.
In the basket.
That'll mess with you.
Well, no, that's definitely fruit of the loom. Only on that one guy.
There's no fruit of the loom. Harden misses on the 3. Dwight, good hustle. Loose ball foul on San Antonio. Dwight wanted that ball so bad he fought through a couple of fouls to get to it. That's the 5th foul on Danny Green.
But Dwight just being relentless on those boards. He knows that that's going to be critical to get some second chance opportunities to get back in this game.
And an offensive foul is called on Beverly.
Number 5 on Patrick. Boy, I tell you what, Patty Mills, I'm not going to call him a flopper, but
but you could give him the Oscar.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
You know, that collision a moment ago that there was no call on, and then that just little touching foul there gets a whistle.
Got to have consistency.
And there's a foul, of course, called on Kawhi Leonard, or for him. Howard with 5 fouls.
Hey, you're running out of time. If you want to get one of the MVP packages or one of the Hall of Fame packages, you can go to rockets.com/ClutchCityCares. They've got autographs and bobbleheads and signed basketballs and all kinds of great stuff. And all the money goes to benefit Casa de Esperanza and the Sunshine Kids.
So Dwight will have to sit for a moment. He's got 7 points, 12 rebounds, 3 of 10 from the field. Kawhi Leonard has 19 points. Spurs on a 6-0 run, make it 20 points for Leonard. Misses. DeMarcus Aldridge doesn't look tired. That's what happens when Dwight's not in there.
Yeah, when you go small, Aldridge, 6'11" and long arms, he's tough.
Harden turns the corner, back outside to Jason Terry for 3. Oh, it just comes out. Kawhi Leonard gives it up to Butler, and he got the ball blocked. Up ahead to James, gives it up to Butler, and he got the ball blocked. Up ahead to James. James, Parker's gonna let him go. Back to 13 again. The Rockets are getting some stops. Gotta keep doing it. And a foul on Ariza. Every foul by Houston puts San Antonio at the line.
Look at this defense by Trevor Ariza, using his body, going straight up and down. And that leads to an easy basket there for James. Another good defensive possession for the Rockets.
24 points for Harden tonight, and he's had to work for every one of them. Look at the scoring by season for Kawhi Leonard. They drafted him #1 5 years ago, actually 6. And look at the improvement year by year.
Yeah, just intelligence, the ability to work hard. And under a great system and a great coach, you can thrive. Because coming out of San Diego State, this young man was a good prospect. His outside shooting was a question mark, but he could really play. When he developed that shot, oh my goodness. And then his defense is, what, defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
All around.
Long wingspan, big hands.
Plays hard, he plays aggressive, he's efficient, and he's smart, and he's a team player.
Now, when he came to early practice this summer, they had drawn up more plays for him.
Yeah, that's the benefit for getting better. You get more shots.
Terry. And it's a 12-point game. 12 points in the fourth quarter for James Harden.
Well, it's his winning time, and he knows that this is the time when he's got to turn it on. He's done it over and over again.
Rockets have to continue to play defense as Kawhi Leonard goes to the basket. And a whistle.
How do you make that call? That's a terrible call.
You're not the only one who thinks that either, Drex. Wow, that's a tough one right there. You see the reactions by the Rockets players. They did not agree with that.
Or the Rockets coach.
Ariza with his second foul of the game. And Kawhi Leonard will be at the line. Leonard is an 88% free throw shooter. There's that Clutch City Cares group. There's still time. You can go to rockets.com/ClutchCityCares or 713-627-DUNK and contribute to the kids. Harden will bring it in. 14-point game with almost 4 minutes left to play. Well, we just won $100,000, so keep calling. We want to thank all of our great Houston Rockets fans.
The greatest.
And a whistle away from the ball. Timeout on the court. 2:57 left to play.
Let's get loud. Turn the music up, let's do it. Come on, people, let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music up to hear that sound. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Ain't nobody gotta tell you what you got.
With the mustache.
Wow, that guy looks a lot younger.
Now, this mustache is now gray. And that's why it's a little harder to see.
Speaking of gray,
No, I don't have a mustache. That mustache, that was an old bobblehead right there, wasn't it? Huh? I didn't even look. Did that bobblehead have hair?
it didn't have hair.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no way.
Well, they got 1 out of 2. Now the Rockets down by 13. They can get it to 10 with a 3, and they're going to go right back to fouling Dwight again. As long as he's in the game, they got 57 seconds to keep doing it. Game was right here because I remember that steal down at the baseline where the Spurs are going to right now. That enable the Rockets to get that final shot. Look at that pass all the way from the outside to Kawhi Leonard. Rockets never saw it coming. Josh Smith passed up the 3. Even Aldridge shied away from him.
Yeah, Dwight's a great shot blocker because it gets up so quickly and so high.
That ball was just barely on the way down, but look at how high Dwight gets up over the rim still.
Remember Guy Lewis used to tell you and the Keem and everything, go ahead and goaltend early in a game, right?
Yeah, it's an intimidation factor.
Yeah, put it in their head.
Hit him in the head with it. He'd say a few other things as well.
Well, I understand. Well, they went ahead and fouled him with 5 seconds left. Before the 2 minutes.